Hey guys, this is Jake from Memory Cards, and I'm just bringing you a quick review of the recently released game Wulverblade, which came out, I believe, late October. So to start it off, I really didn't think that I would be interested in this game, because I've never been into the beat-em-up style of games. In fact, I think the only beat-em-up game that I ever can even recall enjoying even a little bit was the Scott Pilgrim game that released on the previous generation of systems a few years back. And my takeaway from that is I think I enjoyed the Scott Pilgrim game was because of the setting. And the same can be said about Wulverblade. I really enjoy the setting here. It takes place in Britain in about 120 AD. The Roman army seized control of southern Britannia, and it is your goal to stop them. You can choose from 3 characters, a jack-of-all-trades type, a faster, weaker character, and a strong brute. They all play just different enough for it to be worth your time switching your character. The story in this game, as mentioned before, is kind of basic. You're trying to fight off the Roman army from taking over Britain. The really cool and interesting part about Wulverblade is the fact that the developers, fully illustrated, spent a lot of time traveling around Britain researching the area for this game. Where this game really shines though, for me at least, is the gameplay. It's the basic one-button type attack, but it just feels so precise and smooth. Not only are the controls incredibly spot on, but the difficulty feels just right for someone like me. It can be very hard at some points. In fact, the first boss in the game I've actually died against quite a few times before I could finally figure out his pattern and beat him. But it never beat me down to the point where I wanted to rage, throw my controller, or give up. You have a myriad of weapons to choose from in Wulverblade, ranging from swords, daggers, great swords, axes, throwing knives, spears, and body parts of your enemies. Yeah, body parts from your enemies. There are many times where I would kill an enemy, decapitate them, chop off their arm, and I'd be able to pick it up and whip it at an enemy to like stagger them back. You also have a shield and wolves. Yeah, wolves. You're able to call on the wolves for them to come and attack all the enemies on screen. You're only allowed to use this once per level, which I think is done well because if you're able to use it more than that, it's kind of overpowered. On top of the weapons that you're able to have and the ability to call in wolves, you're able to use some berserk mode type thing where you just go insane and just pull out 2 almost little meat cleavers and just go nuts on the enemy. So there are a total of 8 levels in the game, and I know that that doesn't sound like a whole lot, but each level can last you anywhere from 20 minutes to about an hour or more, depending on how good you are at playing. On top of the 8 levels in the campaign, you're able to go through them again with a friend via the co-op mode, and to top it all off, there is an arena mode. Each arena has its own dangers. Roundhouse has open fires, Village has open fires and spikes, and Stone Circle has falling bombs, etc. So all in all, Wulverblade really took me by surprise. I went into this game with an open mind, hoping that it would be something I enjoyed, and I came out of it being surprised. I did enjoy it. For $20, I would say that you can't really go wrong. I know that the developers are currently working on a patch for an easy mode and just a few fixes as well. So for $20, this game is definitely worth your time, and you should check it out. Let me know what you think about it in the comments below. Thanks for listening.